Hey geeks, Minx from Average Geek, and I'm gonna tell you all about NaNoWriMo because I said that I was gonna do that in the announcement video for the month. Um, November is National Novel Writing Month, and a group called NaNoWriMo, which stands for National Novel Writing Month, in case you haven't figured that out, um, is pretty much it's a challenge for anyone who's ever wanted to write a book, anyone who's ever been like, oh man, I should write a book someday. This is for you. This is a challenge for you. It is the NaNoWriMo challenge, and the goal is to write a novel in 1 month. More specifically, it's to write at least 50,000 words in 1 month. Now, some of you are going to be like, oh my god, that's freaking impossible. It's not. I've actually done it. I have actually done it. Millions of people have actually completed that task. In fact, I did it, and that book, the result of NaNoWriMo, is actually on Amazon for sale, and I've actually sold some. So it is totally, absolutely possible. Now, granted, I've only made the goal once, and part of that was due to various other things happening during the following Novembers, which is fine. Real life always comes first. Always, no matter what it is. But it's an excellent opportunity to take the plunge, to try to write that book you've always wanted to write. Um, Essentially, the site keeps track of everything for you. You update your word count every day. You have a daily goal, and they actually have it like mathematically tallied out as to how many words you have to write a day to hit 50,000 words by the end of the month. And it's really easy. If you just follow that every day, you'll actually complete it. Um, so if I believe it's 1,667 words a day, you'll have 50,000 words by the end of the month. It's actually not that bad, especially if you break it down like that. You might have days where you write 3,000 words or 5,000 words, and then you can take like a couple days off. It happens. Um, NaNoWriMo is very important to me because I've always wanted to be a writer. Um, I've always had stories in my head ever since I was a little kid, and NaNoWriMo gives me a chance to challenge myself to actually do it. I'm one of those people who has a hard time sometimes um, finishing projects that I start, or making my dreams come to fruition. Um, Mostly because I guess you could say I'm scared of success in a lot of ways. And NaNoWriMo gave me the opportunity to push myself to my own limits and test myself and go for it. And I will tell you this, the year that I actually completed it, which was 2010, yes, I realize that's like 5 years ago, but like I said, life. Um, the year I completed it was one of the most draining, emotionally charged moments of my life. I was down to the wire. It was like the last day. I had like 5,000 words to go because I hit a major writer's block in the middle of the month, which is very common. A lot of writers go through that during Nano, and I was just pushing myself. I mean, I was sitting at the keyboard. I was a keyboard warrior, and I was just sitting there, and I feel like it was one of those moments where I was totally like just sweating, just sweat pouring down, like so much effort. My focus was just right there, and it was like 11:30, and I was just like my hands were killing me, my wrists were killing me. My If you've ever been at the computer too long and like your hands will get like freezing cold. I think it's because all the blood just left your hands, but um, I checked my word count and I was at 50,100 words, like exactly. And updated it, and the little winner icon popped up, and I cried. I will freely admit on the internet, I cried like a damn baby. I was bawling. I collapsed out of my chair, and I was just sitting there, and I was just crying because I had completed something momentous. You know, I had written a freaking book in 30 days. Like, it was probably one of the most freeing experiences of my life. I had finally done one of the things I had always wanted to do. And it was like one of those childhood dreams fully just coming true. Um and it was hard. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Which made that ending just so sweet, and to see winner across the top. Now, granted, you don't, like get penalized if you don't win. You still get credit for participating, and it's still a huge achievement to even try. But there are perks to actually winning NaNoWriMo, and one of the things that I got was I got to actually get a free physical proof of my book. And a proof is like a rough draft, but actually just like in book form. It looks all nice. You can design your cover and stuff. I actually got one of those for free, which was awesome. I have it laying around here somewhere. Um, and so we got that, and you get like a huge discount on some of the like top like novelist programs like Scrivener, things like that. And you get like all these nice perks, these huge discounts. You get some discounts like if you participate, but it's not as steep as if you actually finish. Um, it's totally worth it. I mean, just for the experience of trying to complete something that seems so monumentous. Like, there's points where it feels like you're mentally charging up Mount Everest, with not as much oxygen as you need, but you're determined to get there. Um, it's one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, but like I said, it was so worth it. It was so worth it. Granted, that's not the final word total that my book actually hit. It ended up being over 53,000 words when I finally finished it. But I'll straight up tell you this, I hit 50,100 words. I had my little breakdown because, I was like so happy and just like, oh my god, I fucking did it. And then I didn't touch the book for like 2 weeks because I was just like, I need to stop. I need to break. Um, because I knew I was about to hit another creative wall. So then I came back. Ooh, excuse me. And then I came back and I finished it. And then I went ahead and did, edited and reformatted and, put it in to CreateSpace and got a copy. And then recently is when I edited it some more and finally put it up on Amazon, and it's on Kindle. It's available on Kindle, and you can get a hardcover, or not hardcover, but a hard copy via Amazon. Into Amazon. And it's actually sold. Like, it hasn't just sat there. It actually sold. I actually just got my first royalty payments because they have really awesome, uh, ways to self-publish. And I encourage all of you, if you've ever wanted to write a book, whether it's fiction or an autobiography or, cheesy romance novel or sci-fi or the great American mystery or whatever, if you've ever had a book that you've wanted to write, take November, take this opportunity to challenge yourself to do it. You get some pretty decent rewards at the end, um, especially the feeling that holy crap, I just accomplished something amazing. So for all of you other nanos out there, I'm right here with you, being a keyboard warrior, and I'll see you guys at the end of the month. Later, geeks.